Okay, got the chat window open as well. Hi,
Hello.
Greg Russell, NBC Detroit. Emma, Luke, great to see you both.
Good to see
Good to
you.
see you too.
And honestly, I have to say, enjoyed watching this movie, especially I'm closer to the age range of the folks playing your parents in the movie. And just hearing the things they were talking about, my wife and I are looking at each other going, we say that, to each other a lot of the things. And, it is just amazing, just to see that. And then here you two are, you're just ready to start your, marriage and everything off. But boy, oh boy, everything just kind of like seems to be like an obstacle, doesn't it, Emma?
I mean, yeah, this script rang so true, as you said.
Yeah.
So much of the dialogue, it just, I was like, this is so accurate. And you're absolutely right. I mean, there's obstacles that everyone has to go through, but that's kind of what love is. That's what being a parent is. That's what commitment is. So, yeah, this movie's definitely thought provoking and hilarious, but also sometimes cringe and sad and real.
No, no, you're absolutely right on that. Because I mean, especially the thing of, not to sound gruesome, but it was the line in the beginning. You've seen more days than you will see it. And it's kind of like, okay, yeah, that's, you know, reality. But
Mhm.
you just got to keep living each day to the fullest and have as much fun as you
Yeah.
can. And
True.
like with your guy, Luke, I mean, he's in love with her. And like most guys, it's like, I'm in love with you, but how do I say it? How do I get it across appropriately? Who should I get advice from? So, but he did good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, and as well, you see kind of my parents, played by Susan Sarandon and William H. Macy, that, yeah, his frame of reference for marriage is a bit skew and probably not like the greatest example of it, but it's the only one he knows. And I think for Alan, he loves Michelle so much, he's just scared that marrying her will ruin that, and that's the last thing he wants. And yeah, his parents have their issues, but I think that's the great thing about this film, is that we see love from so many different angles, right? So many different examples of it from so many different ways, and that love doesn't have to be what you've already experienced or what you've known before. It can be different things, and that's often, yeah, really hard for people to kind of get their head around, which, certainly for me in life, that can be a difficult thing as well.
And you are absolutely right, because sometimes people think, "Oh, I was in a bad relationship before, so this next one is, going to be a continuation." It's like, well, are you dating the same person? No, you
Yeah,
know,
true.
try try something a little different. And I'm also, yeah, like for your character again, she, is in love with him. And also this movie shows folks that, especially those of us who grew up watching, the old TV shows where it was mom and dad in love, everything's perfect. Only thing that ever went wrong was the dog got loose. But in this movie, we get to see, no, this is reality. I mean, this is what real relationships are like. And I'll put that to you, Emma. Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, yes, I think that again, like you're gonna watch this movie and definitely see yourself in one, if not several of the characters. Because I feel like, life is a series of stages, and we're not gonna be the same person throughout our entire lives, and we're not gonna be the same person with every relationship. So I think that this really like explores that, where you're seeing us on the precipice of like, are we going to get married? And then we're seeing our parents on the precipice of like, what are we doing with this part of our life? And are we going to work this out? And I think that there's something really beautiful about that.
That's for sure. We'll look forward to seeing it again with more friends and having a good discussion. Emma, Luke, thank you both very, very much
Thank
for your
you.
time, and great seeing you both.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you. Have a great day.
You too.